Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the London Monarchs taking on the Columbus Caps.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out will be DeShone Kizer, the former second-round pick of the 2017 NFL Draft at quarterback.
Brandon, it's always nice when you...
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Kizer. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Kizer on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Michael Walker there to bring him down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett caught by the tight end Ertz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Finding Ertz again. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down throw for Kaiser. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3rd and short yardage. Kaiser. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a first down carry by Bell. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On second down, it's Bell. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Kaiser now. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. After one on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Kaiser to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? To throw, Brissett. Ertz over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Brissett. Catch made. It's Moreau. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Brissett. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Brown. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Kaiser. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Kaiser now from the 50. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw here, Kaiser. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Kaiser, and he slings one that's incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Kaiser. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Caps add 6 to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing, Brissett. He dumps it down to Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Brissett. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Kaiser's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Kaiser. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll throw again. Kaiser. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. They'll throw now on the final play. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit.
Quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Brissett. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Brissett now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Kaiser. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Kaiser. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. From the gun on 3rd down. Kaiser. Touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Caps are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Brissett. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Brissett. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Brissett. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10. Brissett. This one complete to Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Kaiser. This is Bell on the dump off. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action now, Kaiser. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the air again, Kaiser. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kaiser to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coleman, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Bell. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Caps are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 27, Brissett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. On 1st down, it's Bell, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Kaiser, and he rifles one incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now Bell. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Caps are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, Brissett looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Kaiser now. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to try and do this himself. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. The give is to Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.